I am Joy AKIN-OLAMIGOKE. First, the major headlines. Reps receive reports on PIB. Another foreign saying Ukraine is controlled by Western leaders, says Putin. EU agrees military training mission for Mozambique. Another ever exciting water sports star son left out of South Korea Olympic football squad. And moving on to the news in details. The House of Representatives has today received a report on the Petroleum Industry Bill (PIB) from its other committee, giving indication that the House was ready to pass the bill before embarking on summer break. Speaker of the House, Rep. Femi Gbajabiamila, had informed the House at plenary on Tuesday that it was ready to pass the bill before its summer break scheduled to begin by the second week of July. Chairman of the other committee and Chief Whip of the House, Mohammed Tayu Mungono, presented a final report to the House at plenary today. The Speaker, however, announced that members were to send their aides to collect copies of the final report on the bill for further study before it is considered at a date to be announced later by the House leadership. The House is also expected to meet with the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation to receive a briefing on the PIB. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board says it has not fixed another examination for any category of candidates on July 3rd, as being peddled in some quarters. The board's head of media and protocol, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, told newsmen today in Lagos that the report is not correct. Benjamin noted that almost all results of candidates who sat for the 2021 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination have since been released. According to a statement, it said JAMB has at no point thereafter announced any form of another examination for any category of candidates. He said the attention of the board was drawn to a Twitter message credited to it that it had fixed another examination for candidates who scored lower than 170 in its examination and should call for a receipt on July 3rd. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje narrowly escaped that as deadly bandits unleashed an attack on his convoy on their way back from Zamfara State. A security source who confirmed the incident disclosed that three security personnel attached to the governor's convoy sustained varying degrees of injuries. Ganduje had joined other governors of the ruling All Progressive Party and leadership of the party to officially receive the Zamfara State Governor, Bello Mohammed Matawali, who recently defected to the NPC. Kano State Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Garba, confirmed the development. Garba, who disclosed that slight injuries were recorded, however, insisted that Ganduje was not in the convoy. You are still listening to the news from around the world on T-Solid Radio. Still to come is the foreign and sport news. Do remember that you can download our app T-Solid on Play Store or log on to www.tsolid.tv. You can as well follow us on our various social media platforms on our T-Solid Radio TV. And moving on to the foreign, Russian President Vladimir Putin today questioned the point of meeting with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky, claiming his country was effectively run by leaders in Washington and European capitals. Putin today described Ukraine's leadership as unfriendly, but said Russians and Ukrainians were killed. However, earlier this month, Zelensky accused Russia of delaying the proposed meeting with Putin, while Zelensky last month accused Russia of delaying the proposed meeting with Putin. However, Kyiv's conflict with separatists in the eastern Donetsk and Luhansk regions broke out in 2014 when Russia annexed the Crimean Peninsula, which has claimed more than 13,000 lives. Kiev and its Western allies accused Russia of sending troops and arms to support the separatists, which Moscow had denied. EU ambassadors today gave the green light to settling up a military mission in Mozambique to help train its armed forces battling jihadists in the north of the country. A deadly insurgency by militants linked to the Islamic State group has ravaged the gas-rich Cabo Delgado province since late 2017, claiming some 3,000 lives and displacing 800,000 people. Former colonial master of Portugal is already providing training for Mozambican troops, and Lisbon military instructors will make up some half of the new EU mission. A senior European diplomat said that other countries, including France, Italy, and Spain, are expected to provide personnel for the mission. The approval of the EU training mission comes as regional powers are also looking to bolster their support for Mozambique's fight to crush the insurgency. China was certified as malaria-free today by the World Health Organization following a 70-year effort to eradicate the mosquito-borne disease. The country reported 30 million cases of the infectious disease annually in the 1940s, but has now gone for 4 consecutive years without an indigenous case. World Health Organization Director General congratulated the people of China on ridding the country of malaria. According to the report, China becomes the 40th territory certified malaria-free by the Geneva-based World Health Organization. The World Health Organization World Malaria Report 2020 warned global progress against disease was plateauing, particularly in African countries, bearing the brunt of cases and death. And moving on to the ever exciting world of sport, Tottenham Hotspur striker Son Heung-min was not included in South Korea's 18-man Olympic football squad named today. According to the report, Son's new English Premier League campaign with Tottenham is due to begin on Sunday, August 15th against champion Manchester City, just a week after the Olympic final in Tokyo. Wang Huzhou of FC Gridonis, the Badukes, was named in under-24 squad as an overage player, while Valencia midfielder Lee Kang-hin, the youngest member of the squad at 20 years, can avoid military service by winning an Olympic medal. However, sport striker Son was excused an 18-month stint in the armed forces after winning a gold medal at the 2018 Asian Games in Indonesia. The Tanguik Warriors won bronze at London 2012 and start their quest for a second Olympic medal against New Zealand on July 22nd. And with that, we've come to the end of the news, a recap of the major headlines. Reps receive reports on PIB. And on the foreign scene, I read Putin says Ukraine is controlled by a Western leader. EU agrees military training mission for Mozambique. And on the ever exciting water sports, I read sports star Son left out of South Korea Olympic football squad. Ensure to go by all precautionary measures to stay safe from COVID-19, as recommended by the World Health Organization and the Nigerian Center for Disease Control. And do remember that you can download our app T-Solid on Play Store or log on to www.tsolid.tv. You can as well follow us on our various social media platforms in our T-Solid Radio TV. And the news was compiled by Adia Zainab. I am Joy AKIN-OLAMIGOKE. Good afternoon and many thanks for listening. Solid Radio for everyone. T Solid 1 year.